Yeah, we are at IFEMA for Outworld Madrid 2026. It's production day 2. Yesterday the load-in started. It's actually pretty crazy because we only have 2.5 days time for the production to build up. And for production in this size, you normally would at least take 5 to 6 days, like in a normal way. But we managed it. We are good in time. There are still some things in the build-up, as you can see. The stage is not built yet. They are just loading in the stage, but it will be finished probably by tomorrow morning. So it's crazy. There will be 24-hour shifts. Also, big respect to all these workers here working day and night. It's a very hard job. Difficult thing about this room is specifically is that you can only hang around 300 kilos per rigging point, which is nothing for a production in the Outworld scale. The problem with being so close to the weight limit is that every tiny change to the weight, to the rigging, can make a difference. For example, we have these rings here which are mounted like this. In the original design idea, I wanted to have them angled like that, but just angling them a little bit puts 50 kilo more to the rigging point. So that was like the maximum angle we could do. And all these kind of details you have to think about and take into account when working on this design. It could also have happened that we put in the rings and they say, the venue says, no, sorry, you have to make it flat, that the weight is more spread over the rigging points. So yeah, I was really happy that we still could angle them like this. Then we had another issue, like on Monday, I got the information that the fixtures and the LED tiles we ordered were a little bit heavier than the weight it was calculated with. So we had to recalculate everything again, speak with the venue, redo the whole process. In the end, it was still okay because we could remove the motors to get some weight off that. But now also we can't change it anymore because the motors are off. Normally you have motors on that and then you can change the height or whatever. This is how it has to stay right now. Yeah, this time we have a D&B sound system, 4 huge line arrays here. Should be proper sound for that room. I chose D&B because I just love the low end of the SL subs so much, especially for the music which I play, which is more old school. The SL subs just have such a nice low end and such a nice rumble. It feels very warm, and yeah, for me it's one of the best sound systems. This is the Outworld reactor. It's still in the build-up, but you can already see in which kind of direction it's going. It's fully custom-made. Everything on it is custom-made. It was such a long process to build this, to design that, to make all the calculations for it, because we have like certificates which has around 140, 150 documents just to build that, because nothing of it you can rent somewhere. Everything has to be custom-made. The wood that is not flammable. Even the pixel strips are custom-made, and the whole design, of course. It's hand-painted, sprayed with different colors to give that dystopian sci-fi shades, and also to give that design more depth. Such a long process. I'm so happy we're gonna have 2 of these. So this will be in the middle of the room like this, and then we have a top piece. And then there's light shooting out of that, laser shooting out of that into the other one, smoke is coming out of that. Yeah, I'm so proud of that because I think it's so cool that it's custom made for Outworld. It's 100% gives the vibe and the scenery of Outworld, and yeah, it was great fun working on that. Yeah, actually the crazy part about the reactor is that as it's not something you can rent, it doesn't mean it has like all the certificates like fixtures or anything else you can rent, like a truss. So tomorrow at 11 in the morning, the fire department is coming here and is checking that centerpiece. So I mean, we have, like, as I said, the documents with like 140 or 150 pages, but they could still say tomorrow, we don't like it because of whatever, I don't know. And then we couldn't put it into the production. So I'm actually pretty nervous until tomorrow morning. It's crazy that you 2 days before the show, you don't even know if you can put it there, because it's all custom made and it's not something you can rent. Yeah, and I think more about the production I will then talk about tomorrow when more of this is finished. But yeah, we're making really good progress here tonight, and more tomorrow. Yeah, it's day 3 of the build-up of Outworld Madrid 2026. It's mostly finished. Today we have the whole night for all the checks. We're gonna do sound checks soon, main PA checks of all the delays for the dancing podiums around the dance floor. And then is also the light check. So we will check all the positions, that the fixtures all work. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do tonight. It's really incredible to see that the build-up worked out in 2.5 days, and this dimension is just crazy. So many people worked on that to finish it in time. And then tomorrow in the morning, the authorities are coming and checking everything again for final check, and then we are ready to go. I mean, there's still during the day tomorrow there will a lot of things coming up. It's always like that. We always work till the doors are open. Because there's just so many things you have to keep in mind, and sometimes something comes up to your mind last minute. So yeah, there's still a lot gonna do. I will tell you about it tomorrow. But that's the plan for today. Sound check, light check, fixtures check. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do for the next hours. This is insane.
Yeah, motion. Imagine.
Oh man, I hope it doesn't burn the smoke machine. Our smoke machine is burned. 4,000 euros. The tops go to gain reduction, but yeah, but the bass is insane. The bass is like my teeth are shaking.
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, you're the only crazy bastard that is happy about it.
My teeth are moving. If I'm not in the venue and doing last checks, I'm always in the hotel and sorting all the new tracks, because for every Outworld I buy so many new tracks or edit a lot of tracks, because as some of you know, I play a lot of old school records from the late 90s, early 2000s to 2015, and of course that music is pretty limited, because there's nothing new coming in that style, of course, anymore. I also edit a lot of tracks just to extend my set, to still stay in that genre and that style, which I love so much, like with the old school aesthetic. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I think for this all night long I have around 50 new tracks. Yeah, and some of them I bought, some of them I edited. Actually, I edited some of my old tech house tracks from like 10 years ago and made like a minimalistic techno track out of it for like the warm-up. That's pretty cool. Really excited to play that tonight for the first time after so many years. Like I'm just sorting the tracks into separate folders that I find them easier, and like put them in an order of energy. Like I never know before what I play. I don't pre-plan the set. I just like I need to have the tracks in an order that I find them, and yeah. But when I don't do that, I'm on my phone, because I'm getting messages all the time, either from ravers who are coming tonight who still have a question. I try to reply to all of them because I want that they all have all the information they need, and or somebody from the production is calling me because there's any issue coming up. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, like fully focused on the event. But that's been like that the last months actually, and especially the last 2 weeks. I even took off. I didn't play any gigs to have any
any minute for that event, for meetings, calls, and digging tracks. I was digging tracks day and night the last 2 weeks, and yeah, that's what I do. The few hours before the show when I'm not in the venue. But later we will go back to the venue. I need to do another sound check, then go with my light operator, go through all the lighting positions. Yeah, there's always something coming up which you don't know before. Yeah, I'm extremely nervous. There are definitely moments where I can't really breathe because I'm just so nervous. I maybe slept for 5 hours because I was just so nervous. When you're so passionate about the experience for the people, then of course you also worry about everything, because there are so many things which you can't control. I mean, you can control a lot, and I involve myself into a lot. I even discuss with all the people how many toilets we need, and I want more than any other promoter, because I just want that people don't stand in a line at the toilets or at the bars. But there are always things which can come up which you don't have influence on. For example, last week I got the information from the venue that we only have a 4-meter wide entry lane, because there's the Formula 1 build-up. The Formula 1 is in September here in this venue. They already built it up now, and that's why the whole area around the location is a huge construction. And that's why they have very limited space. And I simply have no other choice than to accept that. So now thinking about 15,000 people need to go through a 4-meter lane makes me just nervous, because I don't want them to wait. I don't want them to having less space. Of course, the venue came up with a security concept with the authorities, with the police and everybody. So of course there are very professional people involved, and I'm sure it will work out. But of course I just wish to have the full entry lane, which is normally there, which is very, very wide, just to have a smoother check-in process. And yeah, these are the things. That's just a very good example for something I kind of control, and then while I'm on stage and playing, I have to think about what is going on outside. Is everything fine? Does the entry work well? It can also happen that it works totally smooth and nobody even recognized that it's just a 4-meter entry, because the security concept just works, but you never know, you know. These are like concerns I have, and I just want everybody to have a good experience, because that's what this event is for me. I think it's more than just a party. It's an experience, and it's like an art concept. It's a concept I started with the first drawing in April last year. That's like 11 months ago. And from that first drawing on, I think every day and every night I go to bed and wake up with these thoughts. Okay, what can I do to bring these people a special experience? And it doesn't let me go, because I'm just so obsessed with giving the people a good experience, because it means so much to me to see them happy, that yeah, I'm thinking day and night about that. Madrid is like the home of Outworld. It was not the first city Outworld has been, that was Cologne, but in Madrid we always had the biggest Outworlds. I feel such a close connection to the Spanish crowd. I play in Spain for so many years, and there's such a strong community. The people are so passionate about this music and also about the project, and it's crazy just how it grew over the last 3 years. So we started in the first year with 6,500 people, and then the year after we had 11,000 people or 12, and now we have like 15,500 people coming tonight. That was sold out within 1.5 hours. So if we had a bigger venue, that would have been even much bigger. I love the Spanish people. They are really, really passionate, and yeah, it feels like home. That's why also I put on the t-shirt La Familia, because it really feels like a family for me. Yeah, on the other side, that's I think also interesting, is that because I know the people are so passionate about it, and also because it's the 3rd year in a row, the people of course also have certain expectations, because you come back and then you of course try to improve the concept or make something new. And I think in the third year, people went also to the first year and to the second year, and they maybe consciously or subconsciously gonna compare these events. Of course, you can't really compare them because they have totally different sizes, and some people prefer bigger venues where you have a bit more space. Some other people prefer a smaller space with less production. It's really just a matter of taste. It's totally subjective. So yeah, I think this is also like something which goes through my mind a lot. How to make all these people happy tonight, because they all come with different expectations. I think there are these people who maybe come for the first time to Outworld and are just like super excited. I'm sure all of them are excited. It's just like probably in a different way. When you're going in the third year, you're already going to that venue and think like, okay, what is he gonna do this year? And that's also actually what the people text me in my DMs and saying like, I'm so excited to see what you came up with this year. And that in me that creates a kind of pressure, because I of course don't want to disappoint anyone. Yeah, and then there are other people coming for the first time and probably just excited to, for the first time, experience an Outworld. And with so many people in one place, you have so many different expectations, opinions, feelings. It's that this is like just knowing that I'm standing there and playing for 7 hours is quite some pressure. I'm absolutely not complaining. I'm so lucky and privileged to be in this position to make an event in this size. I'm just saying that mentally there's definitely some pressure also on me because of the history and the tradition we have here in Madrid.
Yeah, today is the show day of Outworld Madrid 2026. Super excited. And yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the production. What I love so much about this venue is that it has a circular ceiling structure, and that fits, of course, so much to Outworld because I always work with circle shapes. My main concern for this super big room for more than 15,000 people was, how does it feel for the people who are dancing more in the back of the dance floor? They will be so far away from the stage, so how will it feel for them? So it was really clear for me to build a 360 production, which is everywhere, no matter where you are in the room, it is the same. And but then I still had to worry that the space to the stage is just way too far, and that's why I wanted to create a centerpiece, and this is the heart of the production. I call it the Outworld reactor. It's a custom-made piece we built for this show. The whole material is custom-made, cut, painted, sprayed to give that dystopian sci-fi feeling. You can see like these panels on the side. It looks like it's metal, but actually it's painted wood, and just the finish of the surface looks insane. Then you have these LED strips on the side, which looks super futuristic. We have beams in the middle shooting through the circles, smoke machine, and yeah, this looks like from another world. For the third year in Madrid, I really wanted to bring something new, something special, something which you can't rent anywhere. So that's how this came up. This is by far the biggest production I've ever done. Just when I speak about it, it's just unreal for myself, even though I'm working on it since so many months. So yeah, we have 10 8-meter rings. We have one huge 30-meter ring with 72 beams. The 10 8-meter rings have also beams up and down mounted. We have X4 bars here on the 10-meter ring. There's another 10-meter ring here with LED screen. Then you have beams around the reactor to create like an aura here around the reactor. In total, we have 430 earthen kialamis, which is just insane. We had to rent them from different countries, from different suppliers, because regular suppliers don't have this amount of fixtures. I choose the kialami because it's just an incredible laser beam. The beam is so strong, you can see it so clearly, and you have the infinite pan, infinite tilt, so you can make these crazy rotations. And yeah, to finish the dance floor, basically to make it also feel smaller, I put here these half-circle trusses around the dance floor, and in front of these are dancing platforms, so the people who are standing at the end of the dance floor have a better view over the dance floor to the stage, to the production. So yeah, this is how this whole production came up, and the biggest challenge was the weight, because the roof can only hold like 250 kilos per rigging point, or maximum 300, depends on where you are. And just depending on how much you angle one circle, the weight of the circle changes. It's insane. So bringing this amount of equipment into this venue is, yeah, it was a very long process. It went to so many different phases. I'm just happy how it came together. Then we have a huge stage. This time it's for 2,000 people. When you just imagine that 2,000 people only alone are on the stage, that's pretty crazy. We have 4 line arrays with a DNP SL system, and yeah, I think that's it about the production. I forgot the strobes which we have around here of the 30-meter ring, so you can tilt the strobes so you can shine up to the ceiling to see the ceiling structure, but you can also tilt them down to strobe on the dance floor. And then yeah, no matter where you look in this venue, you see production, and I think that's really, really impressive. So yeah, really excited to see this tonight coming to life. As we have the situation that we only have the 4-meter wide entry lane because of the Formula One build-up, we decided spontaneously to open the doors 1 hour earlier to let the queue outside breathe a bit more. My idea for that 1 hour was to put ambient music and show a little bit of the light show. And I think in this combination, this will already really feel like a true art installation. Yeah, just showing a little bit what we can do with the light. I think it will be a really cool experience coming in and then seeing this as an art installation basically, and not as an event or as a party for 1 hour. So yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I'm just so happy and relieved that the whole event worked out so well and the people just went home happy. I got so many emotional and thankful messages from the people that they had a good time and that overall also the organization and the logistics worked out so well, which is something very important for me. I really want to have them a good experience from the first second they enter to the last second when they go home. And that includes everything from the entry situation to the bar situation to the locker and the toilet situation. And I always try my best to give them a good experience. But you never know when I'm on stage. I don't know what's going on in front of the venue or at the bars, or I only find out about that after the event, and I'm just so incredibly happy. I got really such beautiful and emotional messages from the people. It was really, really touching. I had many moments where it just felt surreal when everything came together, and I saw so many smiling faces, and I even saw some people crying, and especially just the ending was so emotional. Like 15,000 people were singing the melody of Toter Schmetterling. Was incredible. I mean, that's this feeling of unity and community was just incredible, especially at the ending. And then I went down from stage and took pictures with the people and talked to the people, and they were just saying such beautiful, emotional things. It was really, really touching. This was the third year in a row of Outworld at IFEMA, and it was actually last year. Next year I will not return to this venue. I found a new venue in a different city, which I think is better and more suitable for the whole production, because the whole production is always very complex, and it's also very challenging to achieve this production. So you need to have the right venue with the right rigging points and the right space, the right ceiling height. There are a lot of things which influence how the production can be, and I think I found a better venue for that. But yeah, as soon as I have confirmed it and a date for next year, I will let you know. But this was definitely the last Outworld in IFEMA forever. Well, in the first place, for me, is always to create a good experience for the people, and I just want to bring this experience to as many people as possible around the world. And I just want to always come up with new things, create a real sci-fi world, and yeah, I just want to bring it to other countries. But the thing is, as Outworld is so time intensive and complex, I can only do a limited amount of Outworlds each year, and we are just a very small team who's handling all that, and that's why I can only do maybe 10 to 12 Outworlds per year. So I can't go to all countries in 1 year, which I would like to go. So you have to do it over several years. I would definitely love to make an Outworld in Argentina, for example, in Asia, in Australia. So yeah, working on all that, but can always do it just step by step. And of course also go back to the places where we already did an Outworld, like Spain, which is like more or less the home of Outworlds. And so I always try to bring it everywhere I can, but the options are limited just because of our time and the complexity of Outworld.